Hi everyone and welcome to another vlog. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm going to IKEA with my friends. But before, I wanted to show you some book mail that I got. So first, I got this yesterday and it arrived in a package that I already opened, and it said NSFW, not safe for work, and I was like, oh god, what's this? But I knew it was from a publisher, and then it said, we delivered to your safe place, not safe for work stickers. And then I received a t-shirt that said, say how to leave the house, something I need to learn to do more, and I thought the t-shirt was like actually quite nice. I'll wear that. And it's for this book called This Is a Story About Connection by Nathan Newman, and it's coming out in May 2024. And it says, it's Nat West's last day before he leaves for his university, and there's only one thing on his mind: the deeply embarrassing package he ordered to his house, which still hasn't arrived. He won't leave town without it. Any alternative is too distressing to consider. So I'm intrigued. I'm absolutely intrigued. It's definitely something I'd want to read. So that's getting read soon. And I also received this. I need to make sure I blur that out. I don't know what this one is. Let's open it. We've got, oh, this is Anita de Monte Laughs Last by, how do you pronounce that? It's the author of Olga Dies Dreaming, which I have on my shelf. I got as a gift from my friend. And I know this author is very popular. What a stunning cover. I don't want to butcher this. One moment. I just looked it up and I think you pronounce it Xochitl Gonzalez, and she's a New York Times best-selling author. And when did this one come out? It doesn't give me what month, but I know it's due out this year, and yeah, I'm excited to read that. I'm really running late here. One last one before we go, and I'm gonna be late. Yeah, that's stuck in there. Really stuck that in there, didn't they? They stuck the paper in there with the blurb, and it's like stuck to the blurb. Oh, there we go. And we've got Will You Care If I Die by Nicholas Lunaber, translated by Henning Koch or Coke. And this is due out this year. Set in Malmö. In a world where children murder children and where gun violence is the worst in Europe, Nicholas Lunaber's job as a social organiser with Malmö's underclass requires firm boundaries and emotional detachment. All that changes when he meets Elijah, an unruly teenage boy of mixed heritage whose perilous future reminds Nicholas of his own troubled past. So these are what I got. Mini book haul. Anita de Monte Laughs Last, Will You Care If I Die? And This Is a Story About Connection. So yeah, I'll let you know when I read them. Now I really need to go. And I'll just quickly show you what I'm reading. She says I really need to go and then shows you another book. I'm currently reading Have I Told You This Already? Stories I Don't Want to Forget to Remember by Lauren Graham, who plays Miss Lorelei Gilmore on Gilmore Girls. And this is like a book of essays, and I bought and read her other one a few years ago, which I really liked because she's actually a talented writer as well as actress. And this is another like continuation on that. So it's just a book of essays and it's under 200 pages. So feed me. Welcome to my bedroom. Oh my god, there's a ring light. Wow, found some gorgeous lighting here. I got these to stop the water running down my arms when I'm washing my face. The lighting's pretty bad, let me try and fix it. Yeah, so just thought I'd chat to the camera while I wash my face. So I went to IKEA with my friends today, and they've just moved into a new flat, so I was helping them like put things on the walls and things like that, and I got myself some little treats, which pretty much just means I got some bedding. Yeah, so I'm just taking my makeup off. Literally one of my favourite things to do after I've been out and I've worn makeup is to take it off. It's like my skin is screaming for it to be taken off. Plus, all day I obviously had plans, but I've been dying to get home so I can watch the final episode of True Detective, Night Country I think it's called. If you didn't watch my evening routine video, then the makeup cleanser I'm using is the e.l.f. makeup cleanser. So I just want to do my skincare, get my pyjamas on, obviously the comfy clothes, and then sit down with a cup of tea like the granny I am and watch True Detective, because it's been really mysterious this season. I found it really riveting and mysterious. Panda eyes. I don't think I've mentioned since I last did a vlog. It was like a week and a half ago now. I broke my pinky toe on my right foot, and bear in mind that I broke my pinky toe on my left foot during lockdown. So now I've broke both pinky toes. It hurts to wear shoes, even if I do tie them loosely. Then after I've been wearing shoes, I can't wait to take the shoes off. I haven't been able to do much exercise because of it, obviously. I haven't been able to do any of my home workouts or go to the gym. But tomorrow I might just do something that's not very leg focused, because I'm feeling the need to move my body. The need for speed. Now to wash my face for real. It looks like I'm about to go working out in the 80s. Fresh. Literally, is there a better feeling than going out and then coming home and getting on comfy clothes? No, I don't think there is. Don't know why I choose to make ugly faces when I'm the one that has to edit the videos. Mrs. Eyebags thought I'd show you my nails that I got done, pretending it's spring. Hello Mabel. There's the start. Yeah, so I haven't read much today because obviously I was out, but after I've watched some TV and relaxed on the couch for a bit, I'll probably try read for an hour or so. Usually I set a timer for 30 minutes, but I often find that I read for longer than 30 minutes. So I usually tend to read for about an hour, but it depends if I'm feeling really tired. Some days I'll only read like a couple of pages because I'm already tired, but it's the ritual of getting in the bed and reading the book for me. So I need to get that library book that I've got read as well, because that's due back on the 9th of March, I think, which is a few days before my birthday on the 12th. Just fell over. Morning everyone, I just thought I'd bring you with me. I have an appointment in Liverpool, so I'm just gonna grab a coffee and try and read my book for a little bit. I didn't fit much reading in this morning. I like to try and read in the morning, but I was kind of, surprise, running late because I slightly overslept. I don't usually take the lift like 2 floors, but I've got a broken toe, so. I'll treatment's done. Now she's just getting blown away. She's already had a coffee, but is she going to get another one? Probably. But first things first. Who's it harming if I go look in the bookshop? No one. Oops, yes. So I've been home for a few hours now, but I thought I'd just show you what I picked up. Now, I haven't been buying many new books. I've been getting books from the library, reading from my shelves and thrifting books. But I thought, you know what? It's been a while and I deserve a treat. I got 2 books and one I picked up because I spotted it and I'd seen one of my Bookstagram friends reading it. It sounded like something I'd be very interested in, and it's called Monsters, A Fan's Dilemma by Claire Dodera. I love the cover, and this book is basically about when you're a fan of something but then the person who you're a fan of turns out to be not a great person, a la Michael Jackson, a la American Beauty, who's got the abuse of Kevin Spacey in. So it's like you're a fan of something or someone and they end up being a monster. It says, what do we do with the art of monstrous men? Can we love the work of Roman Polanski and Michael Jackson, Hemingway and Picasso? Should we love it? Does genius deserve special dispensation? What makes women artists monstrous? And what should we do with beauty and with our unruly feelings about it? And this is an issue that I struggle with sometimes because, for instance, I used to be a fan of Woody Allen. I loved his films, but now, after reading what he did and watching the documentary Allen versus Farrow, I can't with good conscience appreciate any of his work anymore. I'm sorry, but when I see that work, I just think he's an abuser or of the hurt he's caused other people, and I find if I were to ignore it, it'd make me a hypocrite. So I feel like morally compromised if I continue to support or enjoy the work of these people, and the people who do get a we allow to let slide tend to be men as well. I'm very much the type who's like, you know, I can't in good conscience support or condone it because it feels like by watching it I am condoning it. And it's like, if we don't draw the line under someone being abusive to the family members, then where is the line? It's like some people won't watch anything that Bill Cosby does or Kevin Spacey does, but then they'll listen to Michael Jackson. So that blurred lines, I hate to use that term because it's that horrible song, it makes me think to people like, where do you draw the line? And I know people like to throw around the old separate the art from the artist, but I'm not someone who can do that because it feels like if I do, I'm condoning the behaviour. And it also makes me laugh when we're separating the art from the artists, from majority male artists. Yeah, I find that a really interesting subject to tackle, and I thought this is so up my street. And Lisa Taddeo, an author alike, she said, Monsters is that rare work beyond a book that reminds you of your sentience. It's wise and bold and full of the kinds of gravitas that might even rub off. I've just discovered that this book's got like a bit of like a scratch on it there, and it wasn't cheap. It was £20. I could be a Karen and take it back, but I'm not going to, am I? And then the next book that I got was one I just spotted, and it stood out to me. It was on one of those tables which has like recommendations, and I noticed it has Reese's Book Club sticker on. Reese Witherspoon, who, you know, bit hit and miss for me. Sometimes I read books that she suggests and I enjoy, and then other times I'm like, no. But this one stood out. Before We Were Innocent by Ella Berman, and the cover stood out to me because it's like a group of girls that look like they're on the beach, and I read the back and it was in kind of like the thriller section, the crime section, and Reese Witherspoon said, "This compulsive thriller reads like true crime and had me guessing until the very end." And as we know, I am a bit of a consumer of true crime. I try and be a conscious consumer, but this one says 3 friends went on holiday, only 2 came back. After a sun-soaked summer in Greece, best friends Bess and Joni were cleared of any involvement in their friend Evangeline's death, but that didn't stop the media from making them infamous and driving them apart for 10 years. Except now Joni wants a favour, and when she turns up at her old best friend's doorstep in need of an alibi, Bess has no choice but to say yes. After all, she still owes her. And I want to read more thrillers because I do enjoy reading them, but my issue is that it's hard to find like a good one because a lot of them tend to be generic. Yeah, that's what I got. Thought I'd show you. It's really rainy outside, and for the rest of the evening I'll probably try and read a bit. It's just one of those days where it's like dreary outside and you're just like I'm probably gonna get into my comfy clothes and read. Yeah, I'm rambling on here. Me trying to fashion a tripod out of my purse. She needs to go. Yeah, so yesterday I forgot to check in and like sign off for the day because I went to the cinema to see Poor Things with my sister, and I was a bit apprehensive going in because it had been so... If you don't know, I'm like a big fan of films and I always watch the Oscars. Someone's having a party. And I like to watch all the Best Picture nominations. If a film's really overhyped, I have a bit of apprehension because I'm kind of like, oh, better it's like overblown. But I actually really enjoyed Poor Things and I thought it was funny, and Emma Stone was probably the best role that she's been in. We're walking past, so I'm just pretending I'm looking in my bag. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that and I highly recommend it. If you've watched any of that director's films before, then you know the kind of odd and weird, bit like surreal. I'd say, yeah, it's definitely probably one of my favourite films I've seen during awards season. And then for the rest of the evening, I just relaxed because I'm still trying to rest my foot. That's why I've been going to the cinema lots, because I have a cinema limitless card, because it's worth it if you go to the cinema more than twice a month. And I thought that's a good thing for me to do because I'm not walking around a lot. So I didn't do as much reading throughout the day as I wanted, but I read a fair bit before bed. I've only got like 17 pages left, but as usual I always fall asleep, don't I? And tomorrow's my sister's birthday, but she has to go down to Brighton to do a photo shoot, so we're kind of celebrating it today, and we've just driven into Liverpool and we're going for a meal, so I thought I'd show you along the way. And I can see her now. Yeah, I'll show you the food and check back in later. See ya, bye. Hi everyone, I just thought I'd do a little quick check-in. Obviously I went out for, in the north we call it tea, but actually it's dinner. But there's a little British history for you there. In the north we call it breakfast, dinner and tea, and down south they tend to call it dinner, I think. But if you hear someone from the north say, what are you having for tea, they mean what are you having for dinner in the evening. So yeah, we went out for tea and we went to a place on the Albert Dock called Rose's Thai Cafe, and they do like lots of gorgeous Thai food, and I got a red curry with tofu and veg because I'm vegetarian. Yeah, and that was a nice meal for my sister's birthday, and I'm gonna get a bath and start relaxing, winding down. I really need to wash my hair, but yeah, I've got 17 whole pages. Look how much I had left last night and I just couldn't read it. This is becoming a reoccurring habit, but I've got that left, so I'm probably going to try and read that in the bath, and then I'll start. I have a library book, The Water Dancer, and that needs to be back on the 9th of March. But if I start it now, well, I could probably get it finished in time, yeah. So I'll probably start that next. But also I thought I'd show you this brand sent me these reading lights, and I've been using this one. Show you, it's this little green one, and you clip it onto your book. It's not sponsored, they just sent me it. You can put it on different strengths and different colours, so it's like an orange colour, like a yellowy light, and then a blue light, and you can change the brightness because sometimes the bedside light's just a bit too harsh. They also sent me a pink one, but I think these are good to put in your bag if you're on like a train at night. And they sent me this other one that you clip on your book. Yes, that's the brand there. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that if you're interested. You're not happy until you get in your own way, are you? So I just thought I'd check in with the vlog. I don't know why I looked over there. I've had like a bit of a weird day because I had to get up just before 5 AM to drop my sister off at the train station. Then I got back home and I couldn't fall asleep, but then I did fall asleep and slept until probably like 11:30. But really I didn't get much sleep because I didn't go to bed till about 1 o'clock. So really I had like 3 hours sleep. I got kind of a late start to the day. Yeah, I could have stayed up and I wish I would have, but she likes to sleep. I did plan on having an editing day today because she's been procrastinating, but that didn't happen, did it? Because the day just got away from me, and before I knew it, we were in the evening. But I just thought I'd show you what I'm currently reading. I finished Lauren Graham's book of essays, which was basically a continuation of the first book of essays, but these ones, some were better than others, and they were still enjoyable to read, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking, and it was less about Gilmore Girls, whereas the first book of essays was more centred around Gilmore Girls. Still, I wanted an easy read, and it did what it needed. So next I'm reading Before We Were Innocent by Ella Behrman, and I'm only 38 pages in. I started it last night, and so far I don't feel like I'm enough into it to feel on the edge of my seat, but there is like a mysterious element to it. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know what I'm currently reading. I exercised today, which was something I enjoy doing for my mental health and my physical health. It makes me feel less anxious, but I haven't been able to do it because I've got a broken toe, so I kind of took it easy. But then after I exercised and then I had to make food to eat, before I knew it, it was like 6:30. Then I got showered, and now it's like 8:30 and I've done no editing, and I'm sat here talking to the camera, and I'm just like, I'll just do it tomorrow in true procrastinating fashion. It's just annoying when I want to be ahead but I keep procrastinating. I had a somewhat productive day, but I felt like the time just went nowhere. Now I'm gonna watch a film. I've wanted to watch one of my favourite films, Silence of the Lambs. You might think, Rachel, that's a bit of a dark film to have one of your favourite films. Well, I don't make the rules. I love dark and mysterious things, and Jodie Foster's in it and she's an icon, and because I've been watching True Detective and I also watched that Naiad with Jodie in, I was like, God, she's quite the icon. I need to rewatch Silence of the Lambs, so I thought I'll get it on Netflix. They've friggin' taken it off, so she's going old-fashioned, good old-fashioned DVD. Probably going to creep myself out watching this, but it's one of them films that you can watch multiple times and it's still gripping and shocking. Yeah, I'm going to watch this with my cup of tea. And yes, it is Friday evening and I'm a young 30-year-old woman. People may be thinking, Rachel, why don't you go out and hit the town? You're still young, but it's 8:30 and she's got a cup of tea. She's in her pyjamas and she's about to watch a disturbing horror film. So you can't say I'm not living life to the fullest.
Good evening, diaries.
So I thought I'd show any American viewers out there how you make an actual proper cup of English tea. So first of all, you get your tea bag. Personal preference is Yorkshire is the best. So you get your tea bag. Yes, this is a bag of 240 tea bags, but you know, we drink a lot in England. You put your tea bag in. One thing I need to tell you is, and I've seen online on TikTok and Instagram, do not heat your water up in the microwave. Yes, I did say microwave like Nigella, but that's just offensive. You use something called a kettle, you boil your water, then you pour it in, and you stir it a little bit. Personal preference It recommends on the back that you steep your tea for between 2 and 4 minutes. I like it strong, so we're steeping it for at least 3 to 4. Also, can any of the American viewers please let me know why you don't have kettles in America? What's that about? I watch American content creators or people on YouTube, and they either try and heat the water up in the microwave or they will heat it up on the hob. And I'm just like, why would you not buy a kettle? Does he not have kettles there? I need to know. I need to get to the bottom of this. So she's been brewing for probably about 3 minutes, and the longer you leave it, the stronger it'll be. And you just squeeze the tea bag on the side and get your milk of choice. I have oat milk because I don't drink regular milk, and add as much as you like. I like a fair bit of milk. A little bit more. And there you have it. Thanks for coming to my how-to of making a proper English cup of tea. You're welcome. This is a habit she's had since she was a puppy. She like suckles on the blanket.